So here we have Emmanuelle with us, and she also did the Sensual Shift. And I would like to ask you some questions. So first would be, how did you feel before joining the course? Why did you decide to join? Maybe because of like confidence, femininity, dance. What was your main motivation, and what were you feeling before?
So I decided to join because I started classes with you in Paris, and I really liked it. I really feel like I'm really powerful when I come to your classes, even if I don't have all the techniques and movements. I really feel after that I'm feeling so well, so beautiful, and so good in my life. But I was in a shitty period before that, so I knew that I was not in my like 100% of like being good and healthy and having the best lifestyle. So when I saw your Instagram, like basically this is why I came to your classes, but I also see that you was doing like this shift. I thought it was like be the perfect opportunity because I like you as a person. Like I saw you in real life. I know that you're a very good person that can like teach you a lot. Like you're very inspiring. And I like felt it, like even if I not knew for like a long time. So I was really like, okay, I want to do that because I really want to correct all the bad habits that I have in my life. I want to correct also the lack of confidence that I have because of like life in general and also like shitty moments in my life. And I really want to feel, I don't know, maybe I'm not in your head, but like you, like, you know, like shining, radiant, beautiful, and like slay queen, just like that. So this is why I joined, and also for, of course, dance technique because I think it's very important. Like I danced before, and I know that without technique you cannot really do anything. So well, you can, but it will be complicated to grow and to evolve. So yeah, this is why.
Thank you so much. I think you're a very shiny person. And actually, I think you progressed a lot in hills, offline and online. And also, I was really surprised to see that you were doing everything quite fast and you were like dedicated to it. I think it's not everybody who was doing it. So basically, Emmanuelle took the course, but she didn't have sessions with us because we had like different formulas. So she had pre-recorded classes, and I think it's very interesting to see how a person has a discipline because girls who had like coachings, I also pushed him during the calls and so on. But Emmanuelle did it by herself, and I think it's also very inspiring. What do you think was holding you back before? Because you just told that you had like a complicated period. Maybe your fears, maybe some of your limited beliefs, or maybe lack of discipline. What do you think was holding you back?
I think that, well, I think obviously like every person has like maybe trauma or fears like that coming from childhood, but I think also I was dragged a bit into this life. Like I'm a healthy, I had a like healthy lifestyle all my life. I've been to conservatoire, so for 15 years. So basically dance was like a big part of my life. And when I was little, I wanted to be a dancer. So obviously, I know that body is like very important and we need to take care of it. But I was like a bit drummed into this like not healthy lifestyle because I think of business school, but also like relationships I was in. So I think it was like kind of my way to decompress because I lost the way to do of doing it like in a good way, in a healthy way. So I think it was like a bit of like not like really a fear, but just like the fact that I didn't have, I don't know how to say that, but the confidence that I can do it in another way in this time of my life. I knew that I could when I was little, and then I just lost it from track. So yeah, a bit sad, but I think yeah, it was a lack of confidence in this and in myself, obviously, that I cannot like be in a better place. But I think the fact that I left and the fact that I did this course and the fact that I'm here today like proved me that I was so wrong. So I'm very very happy of that.
Nice, thank you so much. And Emmanuelle also she won also the retreat, and because I was doing basically the like the votes on my Instagram, and everybody voted for Emmanuelle. Like it was I think 90% of all the people. So yes, bravo for your progress, and I think you really deserve to be here. And when you decided to join the course, what was the main thing you wanted to change? Of course, like dancing, but maybe confidence. What was your main goal? I would say.
I knew that I can be sensual in some ways, like in my bedroom, like I can see that I can move and things like that. But I think because of maybe society, education, I was like every time a little bit shy of like showing that. Like for example, I will never dress like with like, clothes that like show your whole body because I was like a bit of like, I don't know, not that I don't like my body, but like maybe a bit of a shame of like being too sensual or to take too much place, or like people will look at like, attributes that we have. And I think it's like a shame that a lot of women feel this way. And I think one of the things that I wanted to work on was the fact that it's very okay to feel like desired, but not because of the other people looking at you and guys, but just because you really feel that way. You feel that you're sensual, confident, beautiful, that you know that you can move in a way to, attract people, but just also for yourself. And I think it's something that I really wanted to work on because I didn't really know how to do that. Like, I knew that dance could be a way, one of the ways, but not the only one. So this is why I took also this class. Like I think the most big reason.
Nice, nice, thank you. And you were very sensual yesterday. I loved it. Yeah,
I gave all that I had.
I love it. No, it's beautiful. I didn't know that you wanted to be a professional dancer. I think
Yeah,
it's
it was
of course I could see the how fast you would learn and also the basis, but I think it's yes, high heels for me is it's exactly what you said. It's when you start feeling desired by yourself, other things just align kind of in a natural way. And if you could meet like the your previous self, I would say, who maybe had doubts about the course because sometimes we're afraid to invest our time, money, and so on, and we never know because there's so many online courses out there. What would you tell to yourself and maybe to people who are doubting to invest in themselves? Why do you think it's a good money and time investment?
First of all, I think what you did is very nice, like to put us on the chat and like see, like really take time to show us like what we can have so we like quite understand. And of course when it's getting time to the payment, like you can have some doubts because you're like, it's a lot of money or things like that. But actually, in my case, I was like, and I didn't know also that the retreat that I can win a spot, so I wouldn't do it like anyways. Like it was not like the thing. I think it's a nice thing, but it was not like the point. I really thought like if I don't invest in myself, what should I invest in? Like really, I was like, if I cannot invest in myself, for myself, like I don't treat me right. For me, it was really that, and like it's like when you invest in health, for example, it's like if your body don't work, if your mind don't work, you don't work. So for me, it was like obvious that I needed to do it, like even if it's like an amount, and for some people it's a lot, but I was like, no, it's not negotiable. Like I really need it because if I don't do that for me, nobody will. Like in the end, it's not that we are alone, but you are the person who you are going to live all your life. So I think it should be great, and I think it should be a nice person that you live with. So yeah, I think just the main reason was just because it's for me.
Thank you for the feedback. And also one personal question, like since you're doing with me online and offline classes, what do you think is advantages on online for people? Because some people have doubts about, yes, dance online. I think it's not very comfortable, but how did you feel about this part?
I think like when you go to offline classes, it's obviously another mood because you're with the girls and everybody cheers itself, and like it's another mood. But I think that you don't really have time to learn everything, every base, because every time we are in the course, we are learning a bit of this, a bit of that, and then we dance. But it's not like actually the whole like trim. And sometimes, and even me, even if I danced before, like I didn't have the like the basis, and sometimes you show some movements, I'm like, ugh, how will I do that? So yeah, basically I think the online course like really takes from the beginning. So even if you never dance, or even if you danced, you're like getting everything with details. You move with your own rhythm, which is also nice, because I think we all have now, when you grow up, schedules. Unless you're very lucky, but schedule is a lot of work. So yeah, I think the fact that you can do it at its rhythm is good. And also, and I know it was not in my how do we say that, sign up thing, like abonnement, but you also took a lot of time like to text to know if everything's fine, if we go well, if you can send some feedback. So thank you very much for that, because I know it was not in like the program, but this is very different, like to have this kind of feedback, this kind of person who is behind you, is like, okay, we'll push you to become your like better self, and you can do this, and you can have the techniques, and you can just like succeed to this course. This is priceless. And I think when you're like 15 person in a room, you don't feel it the same way. Even if you correct us, even if you cheer us, it's not the same. It's like spread on a whole crowd. And so when it's like a bit personal, more like targeted, it's priceless, I think, really.
Thank you so much, Manuel. It was really nice to have your feedback and having you here in real life with girls. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to see your future progress.
Thank you.
Спасибо.
Тебе тоже.